So I'll just talk about some products that I use. Um, so I use this invisible zinc on my face every day. I put this on and then I put the Laura Mercier on over the top. So this contains micronized in zinc oxide. So if you think about the zinc that the classic kind of colored zinc that people put on, this is the same thing, but it's such fine particles that it doesn't show up on your skin in the same way. And then it also contains titanium dioxide. So and also it has no chemical absorbers, it says. So I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I put this on my face, and then during the day I have this Peter Roth Thomas product, which is an instant mineral SPF. So it's a powder. There's a powder inside this that you I think you pull the brush back and then you shake it or something, and then you brush it over your face. And so that's great if you have makeup on and you want to touch up your sunscreen protection. Then you can, that's my phone. Then you can pop this over the top, and it won't don't need to redo your makeup or whatever. So this is a really great product, and it really it's a great concept. The only problem that I have with this is that because it's in a brush and you shake it to bring the product down and put it over your face, and then it's doesn't come up on your face, you can't see it. So I always feel like I don't actually know if there's anything there or if I actually have any adequate protection on. So I kind of in a way wish that it was I could see the powder and it came with a brush and you could brush it on like that. I don't know, yeah. But I do put it on and hope for the best. I have this Invisible Zinc product. Invisible Zinc, by the way, has Elle Macpherson is their spokesmodel or whatever. And I find that really strange because she's so tanned that, I don't know, she's got really bad sun damage on her chest. Hey, so when I found out that the Laura Mercier product didn't have broad spectrum protection, I tried to find another tinted moisturizer that did, and I came across a couple, and one is the Invisible Zinc tinted moisturizer, and this was the lightest shade, but it's quite kind of, it comes out like a lot like that. It doesn't provide this as nice protection as nice coverage as, I don't know if you can really see, and it's also it doesn't provide that good coverage, not as good as the Laura Mercier anyway. There's also a brand called Hissy Fit, which is an Australian company, and it was created by these women who were really frustrated by how hard it was to find really good moisturizers and tinted moisturizers and all that sort of stuff with broad spectrum protection. So I was really excited when I read about them, and I went and checked out their range, and they have a tinted moisturizer, and they did not have a shade which was light enough for me, which I found really frustrating because if you're fair, then you kind of need the protection even more than someone with darker skin. So I sent an email to them saying like, there's no color for me, and I got a very kind of standardized, we've passed your feedback on to the product development team, thank you, and so I wasn't wild about that, but if you have darker skin than me, then you might that might work for you. I looked at as I've said, I looked at the Bobbi Brown tinted moisturizer, and it doesn't have broad spectrum SPF, and neither does Laura Mercier. I've been talking about the Laura Mercier all the time, I know, and Laura Mercier isn't the only brand to not provide broad spectrum protection. So you have to be aware, And I know that if you are looking for a moisturizer or a good face product with broad spectrum protection, I think that the Olay, like they have quite a few daily moisturizers with SPF, and they all have their UVA and UVB protection. So definitely check those out. And I think that the Clinique Sheer City Block, something like that, that gets a Paula's pick rating. I know that it's really hard to imagine that sunbaking, to really understand that sunbaking and sun exposure, even if it's only for half an hour in the day, if you don't have sun protection on, it's really hard to conceive that it's having an effect on your skin, and especially when you don't see those effects until 20 or 30 years later. But I lived in the UK for a couple of years, and I could always pick the Australians when I was there because their skin was always a lot more sun damaged than people who grew up in the UK. Also, like, yeah, their skin was just kind of, they had more sunspots, they had just looked drier and more wrinkles and stuff like that. And I know that I went to, I have some sunspots on my hands and arms, and when I went and saw a doctor about them, one of the questions to get an assessment of what sun damage you've had, one of the questions was, where did you grow up? Where did you spend the first 10 years of your life? And it was at Australia. So, you know, growing up, spending the first 10 years of your life in Australia is not good for your skin. So if you have children, then please put sunscreen on them every day, regardless of where you live, but especially if you live in Australia. So, yeah, I just want everyone to wear sun protection every day, and even if it's cloudy, even if it's raining, just put it on and reapply. So, yeah, please.